From LALATE headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Afternoons LALATE.
It's a huge Afternoons of Afternoons LALATE right here on this channel with a fourth stimulus check update of 2021 today that I told you was coming, and it came. The breaking news overnight is that the reconciliation is officially underway. Here we go, congratulations. The reporting this channel were confirmed overnight by leader Schumer. In this recording, we're going to go over how much you're going to get in the fourth stimulus package, that fourth stimulus check, how much is at play, and why this would be the single biggest payout you've ever seen in the history of this channel. We're going to go over the routing times, and we'll go over later in this video the voting details for the first time you're seeing on Afternoons LA. Then, in the second half of this recording, we go over the breaking news that unfolded yesterday about raising your benefits up under fifth stimulus, SSI and SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits, and why this lift up may be the single biggest amount you'll see of the history of the program. And yes, this is for my veterans. And then in the middle of this recording, we'll be going over the big money that's landing across people's bank accounts, and not a single hour or a day goes by without another viewer getting the money. I'm gonna go over the big money you can get and breaking news out of IRS about where some of that money is. It's a great noontime. It's a great afternoon. It's a great Memorial Day weekend. I'm excited you're here. Let's get to the breaking news. This is Afternoons LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How are you doing? I'm really excited for you as Leader Schumer has confirmed my reporting over the last few weeks. We are underway with reconciliation of your fourth stimulus check. Boy, this is getting exciting. In this recording, we're going to go over how much the fourth stimulus check is, what's at play. We're going to go over why this is the single biggest payout you've ever seen in the history of this channel. And then we're going to go over all the incredible breaking news all the way up to what happened late yesterday. Then in the second half of this recording, we're going to go over fifth stimulus that raises your benefits up even if you're on veterans benefits and applies a new benchmark that could change history. Then in the middle of this recording, we're going to go over the big money, the big exciting money that is landing across the board, and countless viewers continue to get it, and I want you to get it as well. This is LALATE, the only 24-hour-a-day, 7 days a week financial news channel, live in the morning, taped in the afternoons. I'm next with you on Evenings LALATE at 2 hours after this, and then Evenings Crypto. So hit that subscribe button right now. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record for a reason. We help people. Veterans, I salute you. My Memorial Day salute to all the armed services members that serve their country. Amen to you. I'm going to have a lot of details for my veterans in this video, as I do every single day. Also, like this video, 3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Let's get right to that breaking news about the fourth stimulus. The fourth stimulus is the single biggest payout you've ever seen in the history of the channel, and it starts with that fourth stimulus check. We're going to look at the LALATE House bill and compare it against the Senate proposal. So this House proposal is slightly different than the Senate approach. Let's go over it. If you're on the live chat just after 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, get ready to vote, House or Senate. Oh, and tell me how the weather is where you are. I forgot to mention that additionally. Tell me where you're tuning in from and how's the weather. All right, the House LALATE bill provides a stimulus check for the remainder of the pandemic plus 1 year. LALATE's bill differs from the Senate proposal because they give a stimulus check from July to December. But don't vote yet. Let's look and see what the monthly amount is. So LALATE's bill provides a stimulus check for the remainder of the pandemic at $2,000 a month plus $1,000 a month thereafter, whereas the Senate amount is unknown on a monthly basis. But word on the street is it's this. Wow. $2,000 a month over 6 months, $12,000. Or $1,400 a month over 6 months, $8,400. But let's go back to the calculations right now because of something that is unfolding. Don't vote yet if you're in the live chat or in the pinned comments or in the comments later in the day. Let's look at LALATE's calculation. So LALATE's House bill provides pandemic plus 1 year, but some insiders believe that the pandemic for legislative purposes may be over by the time the vote occurs. If that's the case, then Jalapal's bill provides a stimulus check for 12 months, which under Jalapal's bill is $13,000. House bill, $13,000, 12 months, compared to Senate bill, 6 months, or Senate proposal. Which one do you prefer? Jump into the live chat. House bill or Senate proposal? Love to see your comments. And also, yes, tell me where you're tuning in from and how's the weather where you are. It is clearly dark today. It is about as dark can be. You can certainly tell on the set. Everything is sort of dark, so I'm trying to bring in some natural light. I think Sir Lloyd has a flashlight off camera to give me some extra light. So it's dark here. How's the weather where you are? So there you go. Let's go over what else you need to know about the forced stimulus check. First, do veterans get it? You do get it. Who else gets it? If you are a single individual, like less than $75,000, you get the forced stimulus check. Married couple, $150,000 or less, you get the forced stimulus check. Household 4 or less, you get the forced stimulus check. So if this is the Brady Bunch, 2 of you will not get the stimulus check. And then if you are on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, survivor benefits, do you get the forced stimulus check? You get the forced stimulus check. Is the stimulus check a different amount for adult dependents or children or anyone else? Nope, same amount of stimulus check for everyone. The stimulus check is not income, so it's not taxable. The stimulus check comes on a monthly basis, so it cannot come on waves. They don't have time to send it out on waves. And remember, I'm just a reporter. I report the news. They're the legislators. They make the representations, and they represent the vote would be no later than July 4th. That means that the first check would be in the month of July for the month of July, and in the month of August for the month of August. Going by a reconciliation process, which certainly began before this Friday, a 2-bill, 2-month, 2-step process already underway, but you're going to see the breaking details about that in just a second. But that's your forced stimulus check updated 2021. I'm excited for you. But here's a preview of the second half of this video. In the second half of this video, I'm going to go over why this fifth stimulus is absolutely incredible, especially for my veterans. It's going to raise your benefits up to a big new number. Then they're going to apply a new benchmark, and that benchmark is inflation. In the second half of this video, we're going to go over why that benchmark of inflation is expected to be the highest number of a generation when they first apply it. And if that's the case, then it's going to change your benefits lifetime. Oh boy. So that's coming up in the second half of this video. But now let's turn to some free money. And that free money starts now, and it includes my veterans. The federal government has identified $350 billion from the third stimulus package that is going out to cities, counties, and states this last week and next week. What is it for? It's for you. And what items is it for? Rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and homeowners utility assistance. It's a lot of money. And the rent is about $5,000 a person, 4 to 6 months of rent. Let's look back at the last 5 days. Earlier this week, I said, I don't go less than 3 hours with someone saying, thank you, LALATE. I got rent, or I got utilities, or I got SNAP because of your videos. Because of your videos, I got it. I reached out to the volunteers, or I got them myself. By the end of the week, we were going about every hour. That I get another message from someone else winning and getting this money, whether they're in the live chat or sending a message on Twitter or sending a message in private message on social media to me. The viewers are absolutely killing it. And I want you to kill as well. So if you haven't gotten this money, this is your opportunity. And if you have gotten money, I want you to get more. Get a pen and paper ready. I got a lot of money coming up for you in this video, and it's starting right now. So about $5,000 amount money for rent. So I want you to get that. Where do you get it? 6 locations. Every one of the locations has different eligibility. So if you get a no at one stop, go to the next stop. And they have their own pot of money as well. So let's go over all the 6 locations. City Hall, City Housing Authority. County Hall, County Housing Authority. State Hall, State Housing Authority. The key word you're going to say is rent assistance because of COVID. That's rent assistance because of COVID. Then utilities, same places. Also mortgage assistance, same place. And also homeowners utilities, same place. Go get it. It's a lot of money. Now I'm going to turn to that other pot of money, and it's exciting. It's SNAP. What is SNAP? It is money for food. It is money for food. And while Tim got money yesterday for rent and utilities, Lynn and her son got money for SNAP, and that is incredible. I'm going to go over how much it is, how you get it, and where you get it. All right, first, how much money is it? It's a fortune. A family of four in Hawaii gets now upwards of $16,000 a year. Why is it so much money? Because of two great executive orders, one from Trump and one from Biden, that raise your benefits up 15% for 1 year. Third, how do you get it? It's easy. If you qualified for a third stimulus check, you generally qualify for this as well. So reach out to Department of Agriculture or DOA. They administer the money. And there you go. Look how we're doing 10 minutes into this video. $5,000 for rent, $16,000 for SNAP in Hawaii. We are killing it. But guess what? I got other big money for you, and it's starting right now. You know, a lot of people find this channel at different times over the last year that we've been around. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. But on day one, I was doing help. I was helping people get money. I started by helping people get EIDL. Got viewers over $25 million of EIDL that they would not have gotten but for my recordings. Day after day, viewers, I literally hand-held viewers through their application and got them day after day, 100,000 every few hours, 100,000 for this, 100,000 for that, 50,000 for this, 60,000. Every day was going up. At some points, I was reporting 7, 10, 20 approvals a day. We got up to 25 million, but in the fall of last year, I started on this items, which was nearly now $250,000 I've gotten people for rent, utilities, and all these other items. That's the spirit of this channel, helping people, and I want to help you starting right now. The first one is the money coming back from the States. Let's go over how much that is, then when you're going to get it, and then how you get it. All right, what is this money? So the federal government has identified money that the states owe you that they had overpaid unemployment benefits, then asked you to return it, and you did. Well, the federal government said, no, it is your money to keep. So how much money is it? One viewer got $5,000 for it. It is the money that states had overpaid you through no fault of your own, due to a computer malfeasance, that asked you to return it back to them. The states have now been ordered by the federal government to return it back to you. So how do you get it? On the bank account that you have on file with your Department of Unemployment. Finally, when are you getting it? Every state has different routing times. So reach out to your respective state for routing times. Next, this is great news for this one, and I love my viewers on this one. This is money coming back from the IRS for your 2020 tax returns. And I had a really kind viewer last night say, LA, I want to jump into the crypto show. It's not about unemployment, but I want to jump into the crypto show, and I want you to tell viewers I got this money back yesterday. I'm a single filer. So tell them it's coming. Isn't that wonderful? It wasn't even a show about unemployment. He just wanted me to send that message to you. So that's how we do it on this channel. Let's go over the details. First, how much money is this? Then how do you get it? And then when do you get it? And how can you track it? All right. How much money is it? It's a fortune. It is the money you paid to IRS on your taxes of your 2020 unemployment benefits. Here's an example. Let's say your total unemployment benefits was $9,000. Your total tax bill to IRS on that 2020 tax return was $5,000, of which $4,000 was your taxes on the unemployment benefits. Guess what? You are getting back $4,000 from IRS. Next, how? In the mailbox, beige white envelope, inside a beige check written to you from IRS Treasury. Look at the mail surgically over the next few weeks because you don't want to discard that envelope. If you did show a direct deposit account on your 20 tax return, it's going onto there. Third, routing times. When are you going to get the money? The money is going to land first, has already started to land. I had another viewer got $2,000 in addition to the one I have already said. But the first people who will see it are single filers, non-complicated returns. Then single filers with deductions, dependents, or complicated returns. And then joint filers. First week, second week of June, give it a little bit of time. IRS's representation was that they would all be sent out by the end of May, not that you would receive it by the end of May. Finally, routing. If you want to track it, it is not a foolproof option. It sometimes works about 7 out of 10 times. Go to irs.gov, do the transcript search. Go in there, set up a username, set up a password, put your social security number in, and do what's called a transcript search in which you search the activity under your name, under your social security number. You'll see the tax return you filed, the taxes you paid, and the refund coming back. There you go. Well, I am excited for you about what happened less than, I think it's 8 hours ago, when Chuck Schumer confirmed several items of reporting I have been covering for the last 7 days. And that breaking detail, I'm going to start with about the fourth stimulus check right now. I'm going to go over Leader Schumer's statement. Then I'm going to go over all the breaking news about this fourth stimulus, starting a week ago, bring it all up to the present so you understand how this is snowballed. First, Leader Schumer's statement on Friday was the president can on his own accord, if he wants to, do whatever he wants to talking to people about negotiations. But for legislative purposes, for the bill, for becoming a law, the House and Senate has begun officially reconciliation. Not meaning it had started on Friday, but it was officially underway, and that he will finish it with the vote no later than as previously represented, which is no later than July 4th. Wow. So let's go over the breaking details that led up to that statement. It started over a week ago when Jalapal, who wrote the House bill for multiple stimulus checks, did another thing as well. Let's go back to that House bill. It's a bill. It's not a proposal. It's an actual bill introduced to the House floor, written by Jalapal, monthly stimulus checks for the pandemic plus 1 year, $2,000 the first month, $1,000 thereafter. When Jalapal wrote the bill, she got 100 plus House Democrats write the president a letter saying they're going to put multiple stimulus checks into the fourth stimulus package. Remember, the president doesn't write bills. Legislators do. So if they want to put it in there, they put it in there. If he doesn't want it, he vetoes it. Do you think he's going to veto his own bill? No. So that's what they said when Jalapal introduced that bill no less than over a month ago. So what did Jalapal do last week? Well, Jalapal wrote Leader Schumer and Speaker Pelosi a letter saying, call the vote. We need to finish this reconciliation. Call the vote. Why did Jalapal write the letter? Jalapal basically said that there was no reason to wait around any longer on the reconciliation process because the Republicans were not raising their offer enough. Time to call the vote. That letter got even better. Why? Because the letter was signed by over a dozen House legislators, Democrats, that are among those, yes, who wrote the president a letter back then saying we're going to support Jalapal's monthly stimulus checks and put them in the fourth stimulus package. Wow. Then came last Friday, not yesterday, but a week ago Friday, when this letter was written, which is just shocking. The shocking letter was written by 7 House Democrats, the President of the United States, saying that when we do the fourth stimulus, we will work with you to put those monthly stimulus checks in there. Work with you is a euphemism because the President doesn't write the bills. They're basically saying we're going to do it and we're telling you what we're doing. Well, who are these 7 people to say something like that? They are the people on the subcommittee that actually writes stimulus checks. I mean, goodness, can we get any more obvious than that? They're on the subcommittee called the House Ways and Means Subcommittee, a not particularly large subcommittee, filled with Democrats, writing the president saying, when we're going to write this bill, we're going to put monthly stimulus checks in there. Oh my goodness! I know it's a little bit dark this afternoon, but I think I see Sirloin holding Captain Obvious's hand walking behind me on the set. I mean, that is just obvious. The people who write the bill, this House Ways and Means Subcommittee is the subcommittee tasked to write stimulus checks in the first stimulus package, the second stimulus package, and the third. And now they're saying when we do the fourth, we're putting multiple stimulus checks in there monthly. Boy, oh boy, doesn't get any better than that, but it did. A week ago Friday, the President of the United States told his staffers and told legislators that because the Republicans were not raising their counteroffer, he is calling an end to bipartisan negotiations for the fourth stimulus package the day before Memorial Day weekend, which is yesterday. And guess what he did? He called them off. And then came this last Tuesday, which was a fascinating twist and turn of breaking news. I need to explain it, slow it down for you because it's a little strange, a little complicated, but I'm going to make it easy. The President of the United States pays for fourth stimulus by raising the U.S. corporate tax rate, currently 21%. President wants it higher. He initially wanted it higher than where it is in his now proposal, but the moderate Democrats said, you're a little too high, Mr. President, come down that percentage. And he did. Deal. That was great news over a month ago. So what did he do on Tuesday? Well, the President of the United States went to the president of the United States went to the G7 countries' leaders and said, I want to try to get an informal agreement among you about the global minimum corporate tax rate being higher at 15%. And they said, deal. Now, what does that mean? It means that if a company in the United States sees a forced stimulus package pass, they will not move their operations to, let's say, France, because the global minimum corporate tax rate is looming to be higher. Well, it got better later that day. The President of the United States told insiders reportedly that when the forced stimulus package is passed, if he then gets the G7 countries to actually sign on the dotted line to raise the global minimum corporate tax rate to 15% overseas, he will then take our corporate tax rate in the United States and drop it lower than what it is under the forced stimulus package, closer to back what it was before the bill was written. So we get multiple stimulus checks and then a lower corporate tax rate. This is getting better by the moment. And then it got better, of course, Thursday, Friday, and of course, late Friday. Thursday, the counter offer from the three Republicans, only three, came in, a fraction of what the president wanted in the forced stimulus package. Initially, the president said, no deal. But then late Thursday, the Senate Democrats, which you have been asking where they've been, we haven't heard a lot from them lately, said this is an insanely ridiculous counteroffer. We are not waiting around. We are calling the vote. And then came yesterday when Leader Schumer, after Jalopal started this entire ball rolling over a week ago, said, we're calling the vote. We're calling the vote. The vote will be no later than the July recess, which is about July 4th. We are calling the vote. We are going by reconciliation, which we've already begun, and we are not going to stop. And there you go. That's your fourth stimulus check update of 2021. It doesn't get any better than that. Well, it does get a little bit better. That is if you've got some rent and utilities, and I want you to get it right now. So get that pen and paper out. If you haven't early in this video, I told you I got a lot of money. Stay with me to the very end. Still more money coming up, and this is also more money for my veterans. Go to the description of this video and open up the description. In the description, you're going to see an emoji of a house. That emoji of the house is next to the community page, a link to news.lalate.com/community. It's a web page that has a picture of some cats on it. Lower on the web page is a link to see the volunteers. They're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. If you've had problems finding the rent, utilities, homeowners help as well, reach out to the volunteers. They're salt of the earth. They're thanked by the viewers day in, day out for helping get them that money when they can't get it themselves. So reach out to them and they'll be able to help you. Here's a little bit about the community page on the volunteers, and I'll be back in 60 seconds with big exciting news still. More exciting news about fourth stimulus and fifth stimulus. Stay with me for more. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.lalate.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right now on Afternoons LA with big exciting news still about your fourth stimulus check and your fifth stimulus package. Wow, I'm really excited for you. How's the weather where you are? I hope it's getting better. It is still dark and gloomy, but I'll take that over hot and muggy any day. I'm here in Santa Monica, California. Where are you? Drop in the comments. I'd love to hear where you are from. This is LALATE, your only 24-hour day, 7 days a week financial news channel. I'm broadcasting all Memorial Day weekend long for you and my veterans. So hit that subscribe button. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record in 1 year. For a reason, I help people and my viewers help one another. Also like this video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. In a moment, you're going to see the value of membership coming up in the fifth stimulus, which I'm getting to right now. Fifth stimulus heats up this fall, just like fourth stimulus, a two-bill, two-step, two-month process called reconciliation. This one would start in September. Let's go over the nuances of it, and then I'm going to go over the specifics of it. The nuances are they'll raise your benefit limits, then add an asset limit that is new, raise the inflation, add inflationary benchmark, remove the income exclusion, and remove the marriage penalty. All right, let's go over what that means, the breaking news about that, and why this is a lifetime change for my veterans. All right, first, what are they going to do? They're going to raise initially everyone's benefits up one big time. Who is this? You. If you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, and survivor benefits, your benefits will be raised up one big time to a big new number. That's what they represent. Step two, they're going to apply a new benchmark, and that benchmark will be inflation. Now, we all know what inflation is, but what's a benchmark? A benchmark is basically the following. Every December, you get a letter that says next year benefits are either going to be flat, the same, or they're going to go up this amount of money. They're applying a benchmark. In this case, the benchmark is inflation. Let me show you why the applying of a benchmark in December of this year is a life-changing generational moment. Why? Because the inflation rate, by most analysts' analysis, will be the highest this fall of an entire generation. And this is how a benchmark works. First, they raise your benefits up in a fifth stimulus. Then in December, they're going to look at what the inflation rate. Let's say the inflation rate is 6%. That means that your benefits would step up an additional 6%, not just next year, but lifetime. Because once your benefits step up, they never step down. So if the year after that, the inflation rate is 0, you're still at 6%. If the inflation rate after that is 2%, it's plus 6 and plus 2 lifetime. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. Now, throughout this week, including Friday, we saw more leading economists come out with new numbers. We saw a new number from the Department of Labor on Friday, which signals that we could be heading to a massive, massive surge of the inflation rate by December. No one knows how high it's going to be, but most analysts think it's going to be somewhere between 4 to 7%. Wow, this is life-changing. Then, what else are they going to do under fifth stimulus? They're going to raise your benefit. They're going to remove the asset limitation. The asset limitation is dating back to a 1980s law that says you can't keep more than $3,000 on hand and stay on benefits. It's going to go away. Then they're going to remove the income cap. The income cap prevents you from working. It's a 1960s law, which it's going to go away. So you'll be able to work $1,000, $2,000 a month and still stay on benefits. And finally, they're going to remove the marriage penalty. A horrible, horrible rule. It prevents you from getting married because you're going to lose benefits. Now the marriage penalty is going to go away. And love is going to win. You'll be able to marry your lifetime love interest and not lose benefits. And if you are married, you'll no longer suffer from the marriage penalty. So when is fifth stimulus? Fifth stimulus is this fall, September. So we'll likely get out the door and hit your benefits maybe around November. And then that step-up letter, December for January. There you go. Now, what's important to understand is that fifth stimulus has a lot of other things that I can cover in a video like this, which is only 30 minutes length and is at 28 minutes right now. Fifth stimulus has a lot of other money. It has money for single individuals. It has money for seniors. And that's the value of membership. The membership link's at the top of this chat and in the pinned comment to the subscription. As a member, you're sent out from me daily, late in the afternoon, a list every single day of what's in the fifth stimulus package, what's in the fourth, and what's in the third. It's important to get that because why? A new report out from Political this week asked Democrats who support the president, can they tell the interviewer what is in the fourth and fifth stimulus package? Over 50% said they had absolutely no idea of anything in them. And the remaining 40% said, I can tell you maybe one item, but the rest I have no idea. It's even more important because, like, for example, in the fifth stimulus package, the president calls it the family's plan. but there's money in there for single bachelors. There's money in there for single bachelors, single people who are hazard pay, senior citizens who are single. There's a lot of money in there for single people. And I deliver that information to you daily in the daily PDFs. It's also important to understand because the month of July is now 30 days away, and it's really going to be a confusing month. So at least, if you can't become a member, at least subscribe. Why? Because in the month of July, there's going to be no less than 3 major events that are all happening at the same time, and you can totally get confused and think one is the other. Here's an example. 4 stimulus checks going out in the month of July, 4th stimulus. Also in the month of July, 3rd stimulus checks for the children. Not the same thing. That's 3rd stimulus, not 4th stimulus. Also month of July, a standalone bill for the budget. That's not this budget. That is another budget for operating the country. So very, very confusing how there's a lot of things happening at the same time. Finally, let's go back to the bill itself. It's important for you to understand going into the Tuesday after Memorial Day weekend, when is the vote and how is the vote and how it works? Leader Schumer on Friday confirmed all my reporting, which was that the negotiations may continue with the president. He may continue to talk with them, but the legislators are not holding up. The president gave the legislators to that Friday to hold up until they start voting. Now they can start voting. But I want you to understand that the voting is not one day. Let's go over the 9 steps they have to do to approve a reconciliation. It is a 2-step process in which they first do the procedural bill, and then they go back and do a substantive bill. But it takes 9 of steps. Step 1, the House subcommittee goes over the procedural bill. Step 2, the House floor votes on the procedural bill. Step 3, the Senate approves the votes and approves the procedural bill. Step 4, the president signs the procedural bill. This is the tow truck. The tow truck has now passed over the finish line. Now time to do the tow hitch. This House does the substantive part of the bill, which is like the stimulus checks. Then the House floor calls the vote and approves the substantive bill. Then the Senate calls the vote to approve the Senate bill, but it also requires a 48-hour vote-a-rama. And then finally, the president signs the substantive bill, and then you're done. So you see, that is not something that is done in one day. It's not something that's done in 9 days. It's 9 events, and those 9 events take some work. So ultimately, I want you to be empowered with information, and when you're empowered with information, then you have the knowledge of what's going on. Finally, a final message. It's Memorial Day weekend, and I really want to thank the service of my veterans. I have covered your issues since day one. When this channel came on the scene, no one was talking about anyone on benefits or anyone or veterans about getting a second stimulus check. I was the only person who did, and with less than about 1,000 subscribers, a video went viral, 3 million views. No one has ever gotten 3 million views in the financial space, let alone with less than 1,000 subscribers at the time. But what's important to understand is that as we go into Memorial Day weekend and we celebrate and we applaud those that served our country, it's important to also stay positive. And with that, I want to take this moment and opportunity to inform viewers that I have really applauded those that have stepped forward and said, keep it positive. It's important to understand that when a reconciliation process starts, it is a one-party process. And while a one-party process may anger people from the other party, this is not the place to bring that anger. So if you're unhappy that the Democrats are doing a reconciliation process to do the stimulus package, please do not bring that negativity to this channel. Moreover, I really have liked a lot the viewers from the Purple Power who have stepped forward and said, keep it positive. If you want to continue to do that, I applaud you. And I, in a way, am now embracing what I'm going to be calling the Purple Power Patrol, Positive Patrol. So if you see anyone in any way that is bothering you, if you see anyone that is bringing negativity, like talking about impeaching political officials in office, or talking about something that has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about here, or saying that your sister's brother's uncle said this is not, then send me that message on social media. Send me that message privately, and I will make sure that positivity stays on this channel. And with that, again, I support my armed servicemen and their families for their service to this country. I'm next with you with Evenings LATE, and that's in about 2 hours from now. And then we go into late evenings crypto, which was a lot of fun last night, and overnights crypto, our new hit show. You're never alone with me. That's our 12-hour overnight show. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record for a reason. We're here to help people, and we're here to focus. Also, like this video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Casino VIP. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay with LA for more.